Hey guys, and welcome back to the Lonely Train Station. This is part 7 of my collection of poetry, Lonely Train Station Blues, Poetry for the Lost Boys. I hope you will consider buying the book. It is linked down below. Stayed all night. I got drunk and stayed all night in burnt out toilet cubicles. Old school guillotine madness at schools stained with memories, a dream from footprints in snow. A trail of blood and cum. Carry on, my wayward son. Transcending life and death with a drunkard's hypnotic gaze, I exhumed God, feeble-minded, from rolls of toilet paper on cold stone-tiled floors. An imminent explosion. Pulse beat at the tip of the heart, pounding nails into my jackhammer migraine, transcending life and death to sway far away, saint-like. Clouds floating overhead, head over heels. Posthumous humor between walls lined with graffiti, saying fuck and other juvenile vulgarities. Pointing at a road toward intentions, paved with good hell. Crude drawings and sketches of cocks and cunts and words alluding to fornication within this holy cubicle, within this inner sanctum, within this shrine, this temple to the body. After a while, cloven in twain with my particles rising towards space, incandescent, diamond-like and scattered alongside my marbles, fell I to my knees at the feet of my porcelain altar. Lying coiled at the feet of God, drawn wishy-washy towards enlightenment, cold as hell and huddled under my cheap trenchcoat stained with vomit and with booze and rot, lost in midwinter booze-hound partying. Existence exited right of center, with high-strung nervous tension, and frost-caked in the corners of closed eyelids, blinking REM-like, aiming at immediate psychosis. Voices crying no, elaborating drunkenly on fingertips elusive in this foul crow's nest night, cold as the babble found in throats closed by anxiety, where God descended his beggar's throne, asking for handouts and receiving analog telephone receivers to comprehend only silence on the other line. Heavy pressure on chest, huffing, puffing, heaving for air, forcing breath into lungs to be met only with hyperactive neural interface madness, click-clacking on the receiving end of telephones spattered with gold, alone and descending onto madness particular to God, his voice whispering in my elusive ear, transcend. Then transcending what exactly? Collapse of air and breath and lungs, prolapsed backstroke and neck, stinging burning sensations of pain, and fatigue extreme, and fatigued extremities. Then turn your head and wobble, then turn your eyes inwards, gaze at pits of madness or vicious despair, to become cold and clinically insane. Then transcend transcendence, become a noose, a laughter golden, become a silence, metaphysical, then freaking out, running wildly over the hills, wild horses roaring with laughter, sacrosanct, taboo, fetishistic, seeking truth in nonsense, and finding only nonsense in truth. Words spat at murals, hanging drugged from streams of light, crawling naked towards mountains of madness, covered in piss and shit and dust and stone. Airy mechanical prophet words, immediate, cleaner than impatience in the face of God and in the face of society and its snake coiled in the back of my throat, forcing vomit out in screams of frustration and roars of rage. Then meet only silence. Hands that claw at heartstrings. Silence more profound than words of wisdom gathered in stoned drum circles, or in dilapidated concrete blocks where peeking children gaze at death through folded curtains padded with razor wire. 7 layers of madness. Tragedy ensues. Suicidal seeker dream, drug-born, ravenous and weird. Pecking at the eyes of reason, when shivering scatterbrained, huddled in a corner of sacred and permanent building blocks, of bygone society, resting at the feet of psychiatry, showing no mercy to the likes of scatter-marbled me, seeking drunk tiger dreams and strength in adversity as sweat drips to the floor and find me crawling at the door, beckoning for a reckoning and begging for alms to grace the ever-present present of the past with calm, relaxed, I don't give a fuck anymore sentiments. We exit. Stone hands stitched at our sides. We exit. Stage door open left and right, gone from center and balance lost. We exit. God and me and vibrations stranger than her whispered voice in meditations lost to eyes and shaking voice. We exit. And that was that. I hope you enjoyed it enough to shell out some money for my book. Please check out the links down below. Please like, share and subscribe and all that jazz. This is my Rayology Air, pretentiously signing off.